Hi friends, it's Friday. Welcome to Cindy's Corner. Tonight we're going to do a variety of things. I'm going to make a snack for myself and a beverage, actually 2 beverages. So come along with me and we'll get started. So last week I made a cocktail that included pumpkin puree, and so it only used 2 tablespoons. So I had a whole can of pumpkin puree and I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this week to use it up? So I put it in my oatmeal, which was really nice. I made myself a pumpkin spice latte, which was delicious. And tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pumpkin puree hummus. So what I've got in here is a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree. I'm going to add to it a heaping 1/2 cup of hummus that I bought at the store, and this is the Sabara brand. I really like that brand. This is the classic version. They come in so many different flavors these days when you go to the store and buy your hummus. So this is just the classic one. So I'm going to put that in here, and I'm going to stir that together. And then I've got some extra spices and some things to decorate it with. So let me stir this up. This really looks like fall in a bowl because it's got the orange and the tan colors mixed together. I like that. So the more you mix it, the more orangey it looks. So if you like that look where it's kind of mix up the 2 colors, I would not mix it too much. But this is very nice. Okay, so this is kind of what it's looking like. Now, because the puree is unseasoned, I'm going to add some cumin powder. That is a really nice thing to add to hummus. So I'm going to mix that in here. Good sprinkling of that. I really enjoy hummus. I mean, I like hummus, but I also like cumin. The flavoring of it. It adds. I put it in my curry. I put it in my chili. It's just a really nice warming spice to add to a lot of different foods. Okay, that's good. Okay, now let's scrape that off. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of tidy this up a little bit. And you know, when you have now you see how the edges got a little messy because I mixed it up in the same bowl. This is when you would get like a damp paper towel, and you would wet that paper towel, and then you take the towel along the edges here and you wipe around the edge of the dish, serving dish, and that makes it a lot neater. Okay, all right. So now I think the week before last I had gone to Dollar Tree and I had actually found this package of pistachios, peeled and salted and roasted. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of decorate my hummus with some pistachios. I also have some plain sesame seeds. I'm going to do a little of that. And I also have some poppy seeds. Okay, so we'll get some different colors on the top of this and different size decoration. Okay. All right, so there we go. So there's our pumpkin hummus with the pistachio, sesame seed, and poppy seed decorations on top. All right, let's move all this stuff to the side. Okay, so now I'm going to start building my platter. Now, one of the things that you know, is very classic to have with hummus is pita bread. Okay, so I'm going to I think I'm going to cut up 2 pita bread. Okay, and the way that I usually do this is to cut across the center and then cut them into wedges. Okay, so you can just stack them up like that. And you can, I'm going to cut them into thirds. Okay, so then you end up with pieces like this. Okay, and now let's get my platter out. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm going to put my hummus in the center here. I'm going to pile up some pita on two sides. And one of the things, my grocery store, I think a lot of grocery stores these days are offering these at the around the deli area, mixed olives. And this is another classic thing to have with hummus. And this particular package had, they were seasoned with like Italian seasoning. So if they don't come like that, I usually put Italian seasoning on them. And what I did with this is I put it in my microwave for about 10 seconds just to kind of warm it up just slightly. I don't want it to be hot. I'm just kind of warming it up and trying to get the aromatics to bloom. Okay, so I'm going to put that on my dish as well. Let me move this stuff to the back. Okay, and now we're going to add some fresh veggies to this platter. So what I've got here is carrot stick, and I also had some green onions that needed to be used. So this is something, you know, if I had a big party, I probably wouldn't put these on the plate. But if it's like a party of one or a party of two, I think that this is a nice thing to have. So I'm going to have some of that on there, just for, you know, some different flavors, and it'll taste really nice with the hummus. Okay, now also I'm going to put some celery sticks on here. And I did cut up some radish, but you know what? I think that this is looking good the way this is. So I think I will leave that off. Okay, so I'm really liking the way that this looks. This looks like a really nice platter. So I've got my pita, my pumpkin hummus, some olives that are marinated with Italian spices, and some fresh veggies here. I like this. I'm going to put this aside and then we're going to get started on the drinks. Yeah, you know, Friday nights I like to come home and relax. So I like to make an atmosphere for myself. So I use the Pandora app and I put some music on. Sometimes it's rock and roll, sometimes it's jazz. Tonight I'm listening to New Orleans style jazz, which is really fun. That kind of gives you a nice, fun feeling and atmosphere in your house. Okay, so now let's get started with our first beverage. It's going to be super simple. Super simple, because it's basically 2 ingredients. So we're going to make an Appletini. Now, up here in New York, the grocery stores actually sell this sour apple mix, which is what you make an Appletini with, okay? And I've got some Tito's vodka. And of course, you know, you guys know that I like my secret weapon, which is Rose's sweetened lime juice. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to actually read the recipe on here. To make an Appletini, it says 2 ounces of vodka and 3 ounces of the mix. Okay, so actually we should get a little bit of ice. Okay. So I've got my shot glass. Now this shot glass is 2 ounces. Okay, so let's start with the vodka. Put that in here. sour apple mix. So this is going to be 3 ounces. So it's a full one of this and half. Okay, and what I'm going to do there is I'm going to fill the other half of this up with my Rose's lime juice. There we go. Okay, now we're just going to stir this. Okay, and then I'm going to get my glass here. This is another one of my vintage glasswares that I got at a antique store. I got 6 of these for 10 bucks. It was such a deal, I couldn't resist. And this is about a 6-ounce glass. So I love this kind of thing for serving any kind of spirits in, wine. It's just juice. It's so cute. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there. And then we're gonna actually, I think I can maybe get the whole thing in here. Let's see if we can get all of it in there. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna garnish this with a piece of apple. So this, I cut it differently than normal. I cut it right through the equator of the apple so that you could get that little star shape in the middle. I thought that was fun. And now I'm just gonna cut into this towards the center. Okay, so I make like a little bit of a split there, and then I can just put that on the side of the glass, and there is your Appletini. Yum. Okay, and now since we're getting towards the holidays, and you know, we have all kinds of guests that we're dealing with, and so I'm gonna make a, for the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be making a different mocktail as well every week, so that you can not only develop your bartending skills with the cocktails, but we're gonna actually kind of expand our repertoire of mocktails. So this one, I call this my Orange-Cran special. Okay, and again, so we have some cranberry juice, cranberry, orange juice, and again, the Rose's lime juice. Okay, now, actually what I want to do first is I'm going to cut my lime. Okay, so this is the lime that I zested, because what I did is I made some lime zest mixed with sugar, and I'm going to rim my glass with it. This is a juice glass that I got at a store up the street, and what I like about this is the silhouette of it. It's tall, slim, and it just kind of looks like a mini Collins glass to me. So I'm going to wet this with the rim, with the juice of my lime. Okay, so I'm going to wet the edge of that. Okay. Then we're going to dip it into this mixture of the lime zest and the sugar. Okay, look at that. Isn't that fun? Yeah, you know, a couple weeks ago I did a rim where it was sugar mixed with orange zest, and oh my god, that was so tasty. So I'm really looking forward to this. This will be really nice. Okay, so now in the measuring cup, we can move that. Okay, so for this recipe, it's 2 parts of the cran juice to 1 part of the orange juice. Okay, so let's start with this. We're going to have 2 ounces of the orange juice. 4 ounces of the cranberry juice. Okay, and then I'm going to put an ounce of the lime juice in it. So this is a delicious mix. It is very special tasting, and it is totally a mocktail. But if you did want to add some booze to it, you could add some vodka. Would be great. Okay, so now I'm going to pour it into here. I'm going to get a little straw. And there we go. Okay, so cheers to you. Enjoy your evening. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you over on Facebook. Thanks for coming and sharing the evening with me.